Hello everyone, this is Steven Gold SG118 back here again. I apologize if I sound a bit weird about my view, even though I have a British accent. Thing is that I'm sick, I have a sore throat, so I don't know why, my is so deep. I can't talk like high notes because if I did, like it's gonna hurt even more because like I'll start coughing. I'm so sorry. Sorry there. And of course, so I hope this won't even bother you. So I'm just taking a pill that will help me get rid of my my sore throat. It's not working yet, but it will. Don't worry. So I need to fix my tripod, and of course it's a flexible tripod, and of course it's a very small tripod, but it's only for phones because oh god, I'm so sorry. It's nothing what I have done. Although I'm liking this new British accent of mine because it makes me feel so sexy. Yeah, ladies, I'm not taken. I'm single. So I'm just joking there. What this video is, and as the title gave it away, I'll be reviewing the engines that are from London. In other words, the engines that are that are on the mainline, that works at the mainline. Now, if you've seen the video where Thomas goes to the junction scene, this video. You will notice that there's lots and lots of locomotives that you've never seen before. Now these locomotives, I did not make them for that use, though they just came out of my idea. Just pop out of my idea, and you know what? I'm just gonna use real steel locomotives. We love engines instead of like the engines that are disguised, like in the movie, like Jenny Bell Soil. So this is something I'm gonna be reviewing on. Like, most of you are wondering, like, who are these engines? Like, are they like engines that are made from you? Answer: yes and no. Yes, they're the engines I made. They're the characters. No, as in like the base like procedures. Like I did not make them up. If I were to say that I come up with Thomas tank engine as an E2 tank engine, I did not make them. I did not make the E2 tank engine. So these are based off real life locomotives. And today I'm going to be reviewing all the engines that are that I made that are going to be appearing in the mainline, or London as I like to call it. And some of these engines you've never seen before. It's only because these are engines that are lately made, and of course I really want to feature them. So yeah, I don't know where I'm gonna start. Oh god. I guess we'll start with my personal favorite. You know what? No, my personal favorite one's not. They'll save that for last. Let's see which one I could review. Oh god. Okay. Let's start with Alex, the diesel. This is the latest one I made, and as you can tell, this one has no buffers. It's because it's not properly finished, and of course, I'm having trouble to know where I could get some buffers at the perfect size for Alex, and so I can do some weathering. And as you can tell, this is something of face that you've never seen before. That's only because it's made of a clay. So I call him Alex. Is a diesel that's based off a class 14 diesel shunter. And so I call him Alex because he reminds me, because Alex's personality is more like a very cheeky but a very sarcastic, not nasty, but yeah, I would say, but more cruel diesel. Think more like Frankie, but very hilarious, very mean, saying sarcastic comments. And so you know, so what I used to make Alex is Alex was made from a. You remember the Ivan that I made, Ivan of Russia? That's what I used. So I no longer have Ivan of Russia as my custom. Because I realized it's no way I can fit him into my series. I don't know how. So I decided, you know what, I'm really having fun with diesel, British diesels, and so I just wanted to make Alex, and I think it works perfectly. I added some details that what okay, so the motor that I use is something called a DD51. No, not a D51, as in, you know, Heroes class. A DD51, like a Japanese diesel. But for this, I mean, what I did here is that I just used paper, you know, and then just make like the stripes, you know, at the back where like Salty and Mavis have. I used some clay to extend like the cab. Sorry, hello. And of course this thing, this is made of clay. The face is clay as well. So what I did, however, this is not motorized because I have a few issues with it. I mean, I tried using tinfoil, nothing works because the motor is completely busted, like the wires are cut. So sorry, but it's painted green, just like I would like it to do. Alright. So, yeah, I mean, I had lots of heavy modifications for Alex, and yeah. Originally, I'm gonna call him like Hayton or Domeless, but Alex did some more. So I'll put you over there, Alex. Thank you. Okay, next. Okay, I don't know who's next. Actually, let me just review on the next one on the track right here. We have an LMS Fowler. So sorry. Oh, I put my throat. Okay, so what I did. Okay, so this is a character that I made. Using a 2012 James. So okay, I'm so sorry, guys. I mean, like this review is going slowly because I'm not feeling well, and oh my god, this is not right. Okay, so this is made of a 2012 James, like the James that I used through my videos until I got the playback. And I made like heavy modifications. For example, like I removed like the cab here. It was with like a knife, and then I had to cover it up to make it look like an F4F follower, and extended the smoke box with pipe there. As you can see, it has two different types of black tones. This one is more shiny. This one's more dull. I mean, you can obviously see. I mean, that's one thing I noticed. I shortened the footplate because the James has a very long one. Well, I shortened this, the running board, so to speak. And of course, I added like the buffer beams at the same size. Yeah, he does a battery, and he runs pretty well. Unlike Alex, sorry, Alex. And all I had to do is paint it black, have a British Railway logo there, and of course I give the number 44027. I look it up on Wikipedia, and of course I have to see like which engine, like one of the numbers for like the F4 followers, Clarence number, and I chose 44027 because like this is like the engine that's still remaining. I wanted to call it Fred, however that name's already been taken by a username called DCB or was it G? Yeah, this is a guy that they created a series called Jimmy the Jitty, and there's a character named Fred. So I don't want him like to think like this is the same character. No, this is not. This is completely different. And the face is made of a 20, Chuckmaster's Revolution 2 Freddy with modified eyebrows. So any more questions? Leave a comment. Okay, up next we have. Actually, you know what? Let me just review this one because this is a very unique one. A Great Western Castle. Okay, so what I used to make this one is, well, I use a 2012 Henry, and an extra one that I made. Except I did some modifications on the firebox, as you can see. No longer Henry has a fat one. Although, this is a very unique one that I really love. I mean, okay. So the tender is made out of I believe a play rail donor tender. The bolting is made of a Henry. And what I did was I leave the wheels that I painted was black and painted it with green. I use a duck, an extra duck. I cut around this unique. How would you like safety valve, or whatever you like to call it, to it. Use clay to make like the pipes, and what I called this one is called the Calipili Castle. It's only because this is like a real life locomotive. So there it is, numbered 4073, and Great Western. I believe this is an engine that lived in a National Railway Museum. Correct me if I'm wrong. The face is made out of a 2001 Golden wood railway. What I did was that I had an extra golden face because I was making melon for Enterprise Engine 93. And I had to exchange the face, and so then, you know what, I decided to make it. And as you can see, there's a silver smalt here. I'll remove that in a second, but I want to paint his eyes white because this looks like, doesn't really stand out to me. But probably because of his mouth. So that's about it. If you have more questions, leave in the comments. Sorry, Alex. The castle. It's sure. Okay. And up next we have a LNER J39, I believe this was called. And this is a real life locomotive, which is what I like to call it, which has a name, Maud. I did not make up this name. This name was actually given by the engine. Yes, Maud. So what I used was my extra Trackmaster Douglas. That's a Donald. As you can see, the bolty in the shell is similar. However, I had to use a Sharpie metallic silver marker to color in the windows to make it doesn't look like a Caledonian twin. Because Maud has a quite slight resemblance to the Scottish twin engines, except it's more LNER style. So keeping it nothing special. The face is actually made out of a Playrail ringtone pussy. Pop it off. This one right here, and this is of course female that I want to make. What I mean when I made this, I made it based off a character like in a series called All Along Song, where the Maud is grumpy and is of course a male, and is not like in the new Shunter called Cedric. I'm not sure if you heard of that series, so yeah. But anyways, anywho, there goes Maud, and of course I'm just yeah, you know. So push them out of the way. Up next we have, well, these are my top 3 favorites I made. One of them that wasn't featured, like a, oh yeah, one of them was. Alright, I'll start with this one. This one is, of course, a Battle of Britain on Southern Engine. No wait, that's not. Southern Railway Battle of Britons. Made by Oliver Bullock. If you guys remembered Dennis and Neville, this is the designer. The designer designed them. The designer, their designer was called Oliver Bullock. And Oliver Bullock designed this engine. And I call him Maroon. Mayhem. Named after the Scotsman Return. And what I did was that I wanted to make him look like a Battle of Britain. And before you say, no, I will not ever make this engine. Do not try to convince me, but I will not repaint him into yellow and name him Rebecca. To make it look, to make it easy to remember, this is Rebecca's class. Why will not make this Rebecca? Because I hate her. I will not make an engine that replace Henry. Problem solved. And so what I made with using this is a talking dispenser. Here's a shell. This is not motorized, and so, but I have to use a string. I mean, I have no problem with that. So I had to use a lot of clay just to make the sides look perfect, so that I'm more like a bird one, and use clay for the sides here, and of course on the footplate. I mean, it obviously looked messy, it chewed up, but you know, I mean, the top is completely modified. I was putting lots and lots of detail into the engine, so this is my personal favorite one that I made, and of course, as you can see, I did a lot and lots of work. The face is actually handmade by using clay. This is actually the smallest face I've ever made because I cannot find I don't know whose face I can use that could fit here. I mean, this is completely like, look, if you take your pecker, or your thumb, or finger, you could see, like, it's the size of it. It's actually crazy, right? Tender is actually used by making a talking chalk, and of course I decided to use it. Make it like a tender. Like, I wanted to use a Neville or a Dennis for the wheels. However, I cannot purchase them, so I really want to use a lot of details by using Neville's or Dennis's wheels just to replace these, but it's fine. I want to use the Neville's tender for it, but we beggars can't be choosers. So yeah. There we go, mayo ham. And so you go. Up next, we have a Scania black. A British Railway 5 Scania. Okay, this is not Henry's class, but this is something a copy of it. Okay, now the name is slipping on my mind. I believe it's called the BR Standard 5. Yes, Standard 5. That's the name. And I call him Ted. So sorry. A little better. So what I used to make this one is I used to make an extra Truckmaster Murdoch. I used a shell for it, and I used a Playwell Doyle's motor just to make it run, because of course it needs a chassis. And of course it's very sloppy. This is my personal second favorite. I call him Ted, named after Oliver Duck. And as you can tell, Oliver Duck has a beard, just like Ted has here. That's cool, which explains why he has a beard, and of course have brown eyebrows. I don't know why my phone doesn't want to focus. Come on, you piece of bastard. There we go. The nose is, of course, it needs a lot of work. Nonetheless, I'm really proud of how this one turns out, because I added a lot of details. Now, I might be confused to another engine, like a Scania class British Railway Standard 4, because of the footplate. Now, I know high enough, but I don't give a fuck. So, I mean, I'm very proud of this one all turns out. Number 73082 is a real life locomotive. The tender, I used an extra Spencer tender and then decided to make it. Turn it into the spindle tender, and I thought it turned out beautiful, like marvelous. Like, I don't know what use tender I can use for this, but it turned out beautiful. So there it is, Ted, the British Railway, the BR Standard 5. I should have made it out of a Henry, but the footplate is making it better. Okay, my last one. The last and only. Ginger ale. Drink it, guys. My last and final one. the B12 LNER. Why don't we take a look, shall we? So obviously you can tell that the face is made out of ride. It's a ride face. Lots of detail here, as you can see, like the footplate. Like I use a 2013 Henry. I use his smoke box as a way to cover his part of his cab, and completely painted him green. I thought it turned out marvelous because I'm loving the apple green here. I believe I use a Henry tender and make it disguise it as a B12 tender, and I thought it turned out marvelous. I use wood like scenic coal here just to make it a bit more realistic. Clay for whatever these things are, and of course the detail is marvelous. I use clay for the dome. I mean, extra funnel. I mean, I thought it turned out completely good. I mean, I don't know what to say. I mean, there's the arch. I mean, if you compare it to a BR class, you would say it's amazing. I mean, I have no problem to it. I give this name Jason. Name after Psychic Jason. After a poll on Twitter I did. So, it fits the name. Of course. I mean, I'm going to be running out of space, but I want to admire this model. This one deserved prime. This one is beautiful. Like, I think this is the personal favorite of mine. I feel proud. I'm satisfied. Okay, guys, so that's about it. Thank you everyone so much for watching. Let me know in the comments which one you think it was the best one of yours. And of course, I'll see and I'll take any requests on any real life locomotive customs that I can make. So that's about it. Thank you guys. See you all. See you, woman. Signing out. That's the love you.